Previously, Ye Tian ended his dispute with the Iron Fang base with the Sun family's destruction and Yao Yi's death. Though Li Mo recognized Ye Tian as another powerhouse of the seafront base, Ye Tian wasn't greedy enough to embrace that title. Also, as the destruction of the Sun family was nothing to scoff at, the news of the events from the night before reached the Lin family's patriarch, Lynn Wamley. Who would have known that the normal elite martial warrior that Lin Mingzi told him before could annihilate a strong family like the Sun family and kill their backer, a grandmaster martial warrior? Though it was such unbelievable news, Lynn Wamley could see the bigger picture than looking at that one scenario. More than a grudge, this not only ended the enmity between Ye Tian and the Iron Fang base but also ended the power struggle within the families of the Iron Fang base. Yao Yi was the head of the hardline faction who was planning to suppress the seafront base and rule over it. With him out of the picture, the remaining families of the seafront base and the base itself were now safe. Lynn Wamley sighed in relief. While Lynn Wamley was sighing in relief, Lin Mingzi brought him another report. It seems like the head of the moderate faction, Li Mo, arranged to have a discussion with the Lin family this morning. It seems like Li Mo listened to Ye Tian's words about talking to the Lin family about coexistence within the base. Li Mo has been enjoying himself alone inside the tea room of the Lin Manor while waiting for Lin Wamley. Though it was a very abrupt visit, Lin Wamley wasn't thinking of not meeting the man. More like he was looking forward to it. Before he left the room, he ordered Lin Mingzi to convey his orders to all factions in the seafront base about helping Ye Tian's family. Though it may seem like it was over, only the Sun family and Yao Yi was killed that night. Members of their factions were still around and they might cause trouble for Ye Tian and his family. This order was to ensure that Ye Tian wouldn't view the factions of the seafront base in a bad way and to warn the factions to not offend Ye Tian under any circumstances. Meanwhile, inside the Martial Pavilion, Yi Yu and her company were still waiting for Yu Ling to meet them. They have been waiting for the entirety of the night but Yu Ling hasn't shown herself yet. Yi Yu wasn't all bothered by it since her mind was still on her big brother, Ye Tian. She understood the gravity of the situation since Ye Tian sent her to the Martial Pavilion to seek refuge. She knew that wherever Ye Tian was, he was risking his life for her and himself. Unlike Yi Yu, Galewolf was getting impatient. They have been waiting for so long but the pavilion master hasn't shown herself. But Galewolf was impatient for all the wrong reasons. He was just looking forward to meeting the pavilion master because he heard that she was a beauty to behold. On this thought, Elder Lin told Galewolf that he had met the pavilion master long ago. Not just Galewolf but Yi Yu did as well. Elder Lin's words confused both Yi Yu and Galewolf. What does he mean they've already met the pavilion master long ago? This was Yi Yu's first time here though. While both of them were thinking about it, the attendant informed them of the arrival of the pavilion master. When Yu Ling stepped inside the room, her eyes widened in shock when she saw Yi Yu. Not just her but Galewolf and Yi Yu were shocked as well. How can they not be shocked when the woman who entered the room, the woman who was supposedly the Martial Pavilion master, looked exactly the same as Yi Yu? Elder Lin then broke the silence as he introduced Yi Yu as Ye Tian's sister. Yu Ling was the master of the Martial Pavilion, hence her information network was vast, which enabled her to realize what happened last night and the reason for Yi Yu to be sent here. But what took her by surprise was how she looked a lot like Ye Tian's little sister. Thinking about how Ye Tian saved him in the past, she now thinks that he only did it because she looked a lot like her younger sister. Though we know that that was the case, it was best for Yu Ling to not know. Though they looked like twins, Yi Yu was much younger than Yu Ling, which makes her Yi Yu's big sister. Later that day in the bustling street of the Martial Market, Ye Tian finally arrived at the Martial Pavilion's headquarters. But to his surprise, the ever-so-busy master of the pavilion was standing outside as if waiting for him.
Yu Ling jokingly told Ye Tian that she had been waiting for his return.
Yi Yu was in her custody, so of course, Ye Tian would come to visit their pavilion.
But considering what had transpired last night, Ye Tian was no longer a nobody martial warrior.
From here in forth, he will be the new powerhouse of the seafront base. Lord Ye Tian. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this. And see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day.